The city lights shimmered through. The city lights shimmered through the upscale restaurant's windows, the low murmur of conversation blending with soft jazz. My wife, Claire, had texted that morning, saying she'd be stuck in a late meeting with her advertising team. We'd been married for 8 years, our life centered on our son Noah, and a shared vision of a steady, secure future. But her recent distance, locked phones, and vague explanations had planted doubt. 2 weeks earlier, I'd discovered a hidden email account on her tablet, filled with messages to her coworker Stephen, arranging intimate dinners. Tonight, I knew she was with him, and I was ready to end the illusion. I'd spent days with a lawyer, preparing divorce papers, my heart heavy yet firm. The emails, thick with affection and hotel bookings, were printed and sealed in an envelope. Claire's location, still shared through a family app she'd forgotten to turn off, led me to Label, a sleek place she once said was too fancy for us. I dressed carefully, slipped the envelope into my jacket, and drove there. Anger cooled into resolve. Her betrayal demanded a confrontation she couldn't dismiss. Inside, the restaurant glowed with elegance. I spotted Claire at a candlelit table, her laughter too bright, her hand brushing Stephen's as they shared dessert. She wore the sapphire necklace I'd given her for our 5th anniversary, a detail that pierced me. I walked over quietly, the maitre d' giving a brief nod. Standing beside their table, I said, "Claire, you look comfortable." She looked up sharply, eyes wide with shock. Stephen coughed on his wine as I set the envelope between them. "Divorce papers," I said. "You're free now." Claire's face went pale, her fork clattering onto the plate. "What are you doing here?" she whispered, glancing at Stephen, who avoided my gaze. I opened the envelope and pulled out a printed email. "Stephen, last night was perfect. Can't wait for more." "I've known for weeks," I said calmly. "You lied to me, to Noah, to everyone." Nearby diners fell silent, sensing the tension. Claire stammered, insisting it wasn't what it seemed, but her shaking hands told the truth. I turned and walked away, leaving them exposed in their guilt. By the time I reached my car, my phone lit up with her frantic messages, apologies, excuses, claims it was a brief mistake. I didn't respond. That day, I'd moved my essentials into a rented condo and made sure Noah was with my brother, shielded from the chaos. Claire's affair wasn't isolated. The emails stretched across months, mocking our marriage while I trusted her completely. Serving the papers mid-date wasn't just dramatic, it was closure, forcing her to face reality in real time. Word traveled fast. A friend dining nearby texted me. Everyone saw, and she was humiliated. Claire's social world, our mutual friends, buzzed with the news. Some reached out to support me, while others pulled away from her. Stephen, I later learned, was married too. His wife confronted him after the story spread, ending their affair. Claire's job, tied to her polished reputation, began to unravel. Her firm valued discretion, and her meeting became office gossip. The next day, Claire came to my condo, tears streaming as she begged to explain. "It was a mistake," she cried, but I held up the emails. "Months of mistakes?" I asked quietly. "Sign the papers, Claire. Noah deserves better." She left broken, her fantasy with Stephen in ruins. I focused on Noah, keeping his routine steady: school, soccer, bedtime stories, as we began counseling to navigate the separation. The fallout hit Claire hard. Her once supportive group chat turned icy, with friends cutting ties. She tried to repair her image with a vague online post about growth, but comments called out her hypocrisy. I never shared the emails publicly. The restaurant confrontation was enough. Her betrayal, exposed before her lover and strangers, became her undoing. It was a lesson she'd carry forever. Months later, I'm settling into my condo. Noah is adjusting to our new normal. Claire is in therapy, her career uncertain, her confidence shaken. Serving those papers wasn't revenge, it was freedom, reclaiming my self-worth from her lies. She thought she could live a double life. Instead, I brought the truth to her table, literally. The divorce is moving forward, with Noah's stability as the priority. I'm healing, finding joy in small moments with my son, and rebuilding a life without deception. Claire's date was her escape, but my delivery became her reckoning. I'm moving ahead stronger, shaping a future where trust isn't sacrificed. Her betrayal ended our marriage, but my response ensured she would never forget the cost of her choices.